95% of traders fail prop firm evals and they lose their fees. But what if I told you that straight to sim funded lets you skip the BS and start earning today? Well, stick around to see which one of these could be a gold mine for you. Let's go. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be going into some really good information that I think you're going to enjoy, because it's a question that everybody likes to ask. What's better, evals or straight to sim funded? So if that's you and you're tired of going nowhere with your evals that you keep blowing up, dishing out cash, well then this is the video for you, because you are in the right place today. Today I'm diving deep into the straight to sim funded versus evals fights, breaking down Take Profit Trader, Trade Day, Apex, Lucid, and Tradeify. All right, I've talked to multiple traders who have traded at all these firms. I've traded at probably most of these firms, and I'm gonna go over which one I think probably suits you the best depending on your skill level specifically. By the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly where you specifically belong so that you can stop guessing and start scaling your trading career. Let's get into it. As we do, guys, do me a quick favor, smash that like button for me and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the notification bell and comment in the comment section below. Let me know what's your favorite code to use, and if you do all of this, I'd imagine it's JESSEW, you're gonna be automatically entered into a shot at winning a $150,000 Take Profit Trader evaluation. That's right, 150K. That's a good one. It's one of the good ones. Anyways, do all those and you'll automatically be entered. I will announce the winner in the community section of the channel where I post my daily P&Ls and all the goodies. There, I will announce the winner there, tag you. You're gonna have 24 hours to reply back and claim it. So you better make sure to be fast so that you can go ahead and get your win on. All right, guys, without any further delay, let's go ahead and get to work. So let's get into it right out of the gates. And one of the things that I always say is that the firms that you belong at all depend on your skill level and your accuracy. If you're a trader that is maybe a little bit more advanced of a beginner, right? Or a little bit more in that middle level where you get a few payouts a year, at the end of the year, you're basically break even or even slightly net positive on the year. I mean, you might have made enough for a little vacation. If that's you, then I think you fit in certain firms. I've already made a video talking about this in great detail, and we're going to go over it a little bit in this video. If you're a trader that is consistently profitable across the board, well, then you would trade at as many firms as you humanly possible could, right? I mean, I know I do, and I get payouts out of Take Profit Trader. I get payouts out of my funded futures. I get payouts out of TopStep. I get payouts out of Apex. I've gotten the most payouts out of Apex, actually, but that's because you get that real nice leverage with them. You can trade so many accounts. Anyways, the point is that depending on your skill level, you would do strategies like that. When it comes to what we're going to talk about here, it's that it all comes down to your accuracy as a trader. If you are a 50% accurate trader, and that's who this video is mainly for, in my opinion, or if you aspire to be a 50% accurate trader, that means out of every, like, let's say 10 trades, you're going to have 5 winning trades and then 5 bad trades. So let's say out of every 10 account attempts, you're going to pass 5 accounts and you're going to fail 5 accounts, meaning evaluation. So are you better off spending money on a directive funded account, or are you better off spending money on 10 evaluations? Which one's going to give you the best opportunity at payout? Well, let's go ahead and dive into this and check it out. First, let's take a look at Take Profit Trader. You have to trade the account for 5 days in order for it to pass and become a pro account, meaning you got to be in your evaluation for 5 days. You might hit the profit target in 2 days or 3 days, but you still have to trade at 5. So you're going to have to do some flips. Flips and micros, just get over it. It's not that big a deal, in my opinion, because you could just be trading other evaluations and other funded accounts in the meanwhile. So minimum days to the first withdrawal is 0. You can withdraw on your first day in your pro account, so as long as you're above the buffer. You guys already know this. You can reset your pro accounts if you blow them up to 3 times. And your pro fee, meaning your fee to become from eval to pro to sim funded, is $130, but right now coupon code all caps JESSEW, 40% off and 0 activation fee. So you're going to get this completely waived. Now, what does it cost? Well, you got your 50K account here, which is the most commonly done account. This costs $170 a month. Subtract the 40% off, it's going to come out to $102. So $102 because you're going to have the 0 activation fee with my code. So now you're at $102 all in for this specific account. So let's say you buy over the course of a month or 2 months 10 evaluations. That's going to cost you $1,020. You're going to pass 5 of those evaluations, which is going to give you 5 sim funded accounts that you can get payouts out of from day one, which is freaking great because that's amazing on day one. Like that's really good. Now, I would tell you, don't strive for that because you're probably going to blow up the account on day one. But once you hit that buffer, you can just be taking payouts every single day. I took out yesterday $1,000 payout from my trades on Friday where I made $1,200. Today I made $500. I took out $500. Okay, so that's, you know, it's smart. It's just put money in your pocket is what I'm saying. Anyways, so you're at $1,020 in expenses across those 10 accounts. Now you've got yourself 5 sim funded accounts or 5 pro accounts. Those 5 pro accounts cost you $1,020. I mean, really, that's what they cost you because it took you 10 tries to get them. It's not bad. I think that's pretty damn good accuracy. And now you got yourself the drawdown on those 5 accounts, which is $2,000. You got yourself $10,000 in drawdown for $1,000. That's a no-brainer in my opinion. Now remember, when you do transition to the pro account, these accounts go from end of day accounts to intraday trail accounts. Oh, Jesse, that's terrible. But it's only until you hit your buffer. So in a 50K account, once you hit $2,000, it becomes a static account. That means if you have $3,000 in profit, you got $3,000 in drawdown. If you got $5,000 in profit, you got $5,000 in drawdown. If you got $10,000 in profit, you got $10,000 in drawdown, and so on and so forth. That's why I always try to keep $3,000 in drawdown, typically more or less. Sometimes I'll keep 2,000, but I take my profits. So I'll put in for my payouts. And you see I post them up on X and on the YouTube channel. So now you have 500 accounts cost you $1,020. But let's take a quick look at another thing. You got trade day over here. You got 5 days now to pass. So they've moved away from 7 days to pass and pushed it to 5 days to pass. So now in order for you to go from eval to sim funded, it's only going to be 5 days. Now, if it takes you longer because it took you longer to hit the profit target, that's perfectly fine. But you can pass it just like Take Profit Trader in as little as 5 days. If you hit your profit target in 3 days, well then just simply flip a couple days. Just flip them and move on. Now, what does it cost to trade over here? Well, currently with their current discounts, we'll come over here, we'll put Tradeify, end of day, 50K, because you can do intraday if you want or static, but when you finish this end of day eval and you pass it, it is now a sim funded end of day account. That's lovely. Scroll on down, it'll cost you $115. Use coupon code all caps JESSCW to get that discount plus $0 activation fee. And now let's say you're that same trader with 50% accuracy. You're going to buy 10 evaluations. You're going to pass 5. It's going to cost you $1,150 to have yourself 5 sim funded accounts with trade day. And again, same as Take Profit Trader, daily payouts and payouts from day number 1. That's freaking awesome. Now we come on over here to Apex. Apex coming in with the 50K account. It's $187 a month. But right now, coupon code all caps JESSCW is going to get you 80% off and 1 day to pass. And it's only going to cost you $37.40 for one 50K evaluation. Now you could buy yourself, if you wanted to, 20 of these evaluations. You're that same 50% accuracy type trader. It's going to cost you $748, lowest bar to entry for these. And now you're going to have yourself, let's say on average, 10 evaluations that you pass. And now those are sim funded accounts. Now, obviously on those 10, you're going to have to spend some money on your activation fee. And it could range depending on what deal they have going on. It could be $85. It could be $140, $120. It just depends what deal they have going on at the moment. So you will spend a little bit more money than this because you do have to go through the activation fee. So say that you had to spend $85 per account for your activation fee. It could be a little bit more. It could be a little bit less. It just depends on what special they have going on at the given time when this video is out. But let's say you spent $85. That's $850 on those 10 accounts. Now you have 10 accounts for $1,598. That's a no-brainer. That means each account for those 10 cost you $159.80 with Apex. Each of the 5 sim funded accounts cost you $230 with Trade Day. And with Take Profit Trader, it cost you $204 for those 5 sim funded accounts. So now we roughly know the cost is going to range between $200 and change to $100 and change per sim funded account after passing the evaluations, getting through the activation, and starting day 1 as a prop firm trader for these firms. Now let's see what it costs to just buy an account and go straight to sim funded with one of these sim funded firms that take you straight there without an evaluation. So let's check out everybody's favorite, Tradeify. Tradeify, we come over here to the 50K account, and this is going to be your Lightning account, Lightning funded, which is straight to funded account. Okay, not your growth or your advance. You got $356 one-time fee, so you're going to pay to go straight to sim funded $356. Use coupon code all caps JESSCW. You can knock that down right now to about $249.20. You're going to have access to 4 minis. You do have a daily loss limit. I don't like those, but your consistency rule is 20%. However, as you get payouts, that consistency rule will get pushed all the way up to 30%, which is pretty damn awesome for one of these directed funded firms. So that's what it will cost you here. So that means you can come in here, buy yourself 5 accounts. It's going to cost you $12.46, almost roughly the same as it would with the other firms. Now, there are some give and takes. You have to understand something. Here, you have a consistency rule. At Take Profit Trader, you have no consistency rule. At Trade Day, you have no consistency rule, and you have daily payouts with them out the gate. That's a no-brainer. No end of day either with, no daily loss limit with either of them. And Trade Day has end of day drawdown versus an intraday. Obviously, this is not an intraday either. It's end of day, but you still have to contend with 20% consistency rule. Now, what you want to remember though is what I've told you from the beginning. Trade 3 accounts at Trade Day, trade 5 accounts at Take Profit Trader, and trade 5 accounts at Tradeify. Why wouldn't you? If you're a consistently profitable trader and have strategy that you can utilize for these firms. I'm not a huge fan of 20% consistency rules, so it's not something that I would jump at, foaming at the mouth, but I know some people really love it. They don't care, and it keeps them more, flying straight. So good for them. You also have Lucid over here. Lucid, you come on over, use coupon code all caps JESSEW. Same thing, direct to funded 50K account. My code is going to get you 35% off. It's going to come out to $317.85 for a 50K straight to funded. This means it's going to cost you about $15.89 for 5 straight to sim funded accounts with Lucid. Now, Lucid has their own set of rules as well. You want to click the FAQ and go through them. You're going to have a consistency rule and all that good stuff as well. And if you like, we can maybe make a video about Lucid and go through all its rules here in the coming days. But for now, that's what it is. And now you know what it's going to cost you. It's up to you now. What do you prefer? Do you prefer to go through the evaluation process? Maybe look, with Apex, you'd probably spend about $1,500 with your PA fees and everything, give or take, depending on the special they're running. And you end up with 10 accounts versus 5. You know what I mean? So it's all give and take. You have to figure out for yourself now, as that trader that has that 50% accuracy, doesn't make a whole lot of money trading every year, but is slightly net positive, enough to maybe take a little cruise with the family, or buy a nice watch, or take a nice weekend trip, here and there every so often. Like, you make a few bucks, you know what I'm saying? But you don't make a living. Or you're that intermediate trader that slightly breaks even, that starter trader, that beginner trader that slightly breaks even. You know what I'm saying? If you're in that slightly break even to making a little chunk of money, maybe you're making your $5,000, $10,000, $12,000 every year trading with these props for the last couple of years. Well, then you got to figure it out. Is it worth my time, spending a couple days or a whole week trying to pass 10 evaluations, 5 evaluations, 20 evaluations, or is it worth it just to go directly and go through these prop firms like Lucid and Tradeify that can take me straight into the sim funded and skipping the evaluation process? For me personally, I don't mind going through the evaluation process at all. I usually am trading evaluations after I traded my sim funded accounts at Apex, or at Take Profit Trader, or at my funded futures, etc., etc. And then I go play with some evals to have them as backup, because accounts do blow up. People do go on tilt. None of us are exempt from it. So it keeps me there. It keeps me pushing those evals. So it's not a big deal to me. And mostly, for the most part, if you're a brand new trader, you're nowhere near consistently being profitable, and in my opinion, you should just be buying the cheapest evaluation you can to practice in. Like Bulanox, 83% off right now, coupon code all caps JESSEW. Like Apex, coupon code all caps JESSEW, 80% off, and when they run their 90s, scoop them up and practice. But if you're there where you're break even, you're making that little money here and there, then you can't go wrong doing any of these strategies, or simply put, doing all of them. And that's it for me today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Any questions about any of these firms, drop them in the comment section below. And remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the notification bell. I upload videos Mondays and Thursdays around 11 a.m. And I stream on Wednesdays at 9:15 a.m. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to catch you on another one. Peace.